So we're here again at Passmore House, the home of Player Ready Exeter. Just thought I'd do a little bit of an update video, so you can see it's looking pretty cool. So Player Ready Exeter is our first alternative provision and club focused venue, but it still does have awesome VR. So let's check it out a bit and see what's new. So the first thing you notice when you come in is a bit of a different layout. So upstairs is where the VR happens, and downstairs is more where the educational focus is. And you see some banners here. This is ReadyCraft. This is our advertising our Minecraft server that members get to use from home. And it's a banner here for the actual venue. So let's have a look. So behind here is all the tech stuff, the servers. Here is an office / one-to-one room. So we use this space if a mentor is working one-to-one with a child, but they can still see out the window. So I'm just using this today as a little bit of a desk. There's also some seats on hand. So it's a nice little space. And here we come into the coding room. So we've still got the temporary desks in. We are waiting for final fit out to be done and some painting to be done. But we've got capacity in here for a few students to do some coding and Minecraft lessons. A typical club would have between 7 and 12 kids attending, and we also use some laptops. So the reason we have laptops as well is because sometimes it's nice to grab the laptops and go into another room, or if it's a smaller group in, sometimes we'll just grab them, go upstairs. It works out. So we've got the PC workstations, and then we've got the laptops. I think we've got like 5 or 6 laptops we can use here. So yeah, so this is the new sort of new room we've just started using like in the last day. So this is going to be kitted out, a bit of a chill out breakout room basically. So we've just popped the Nintendo Switch in here with 4 controllers and some beanbags, so the guys can come in here and just crash out if they need some break or during their session time, and play on the Switch, or just chill. So this is going to be a chill space. We're going to do a bit more painting and decorating in here, just make it a little bit more cozy, that's the word. And sometimes parents just use a space to, wait for their young person to come back from the club. So this is the new room which we just started using. It's a storeroom. Well, hey, everybody's got to have a room full of stuff. So you can see a couple massive TVs. One of them is going to go in here to replace the smaller screen. This makes it easier to play 4-player Mario Kart or Smash Bros on a massive screen. Another one's going to pop up over there. So this will be even another space. It's going to have Switch. We're going to darken this room, make it a bit of a sensory themed room, so it can be, the lighting can be dropped, and it'll be somewhere that if someone really needs a space to decompress, they can come in here. Likewise, during a party or a bigger group, we can still have Xbox or Switch in here going on. So that will be operational, well, basically as soon as we can get that TV on that wall and some painting done. So in the next couple of weeks, that'll be done. So yeah. Now, there's a bit of a rabbit warren in this venue, so I'll show you. We do have really nice little kitchen facilities, which are useful if you've got a party going on, or if you're here on our alt provision all day. We can store food and prepare hot drinks and stuff for young people, staff, and visitors. So yep, and obviously we've got bathrooms downstairs. And again, this is in the room. So this room is going to be Dungeons & Dragons themed, so we can have some Dungeons & Dragons stuff going on for some of our young people that love Dungeons & Dragons. So that's why we haven't done any decoration yet. It's going to be themed, but we've also, you can see, lots of new screens. We're going to have some coding and PCs in here that people can use for more coding, so we can break groups up. So if we've got a group that needs a bit more special attention, 6 of them can come in here. But the primary day-to-day focus is it will be themed for Dungeons and Dragons. So there'll be a nice table, some D&D stuff going on. So yeah, that's what we're doing with this space. So yeah, that's the downstairs. So you can see why it's really geared up for clubs and alternative provisions, and nice lots of spaces to break people out into groups and work with them one-to-one or in smaller groups. So if we come upstairs now, this is more where you'd recognise like a player-ready venue. So you've seen this, it's all obviously all powered down at the moment, but we have the 6 Xboxes up here. Some seating, just for people who want to just sort of stop and wait. Chill out on the sofas, are really comfy actually. Again, if you've got a party going on, there is hot water and facilities there for you to use during your party. And I think we've got a drinks fridge to go back in under that gap. And then in here, this is the open plan space. This is what we call the arena, or just like the VR room. So traditionally, a lot of VR is done in pods. So that's like a 2-meter square where you stand and you play your own game or a team game on a cable or wireless in a small space. Now, for this venue, we wanted to move away from that a little bit. We are primarily using this space as a hero zone arena. We do still have PCs, and we can still do the traditional gaming, but we are focusing on hero zone. Why? Because it's awesome. It's really good for a kids party because you can stick 6 kids in here, or adults, or mix, and get them into these games. And these games are advertised on here: Arrow Song and Cybershock. And there's a new one called Wayfinders, which is an escape room in space, which is mind-blowing, brilliant. And all the space becomes shared. So you actually walk around in this space, and anybody watching can chill out on the sofas. And one of the screens, we're going to put another screen up in the corner to make it a little bit easier for people watching to see, but you can observe what the players are doing on that screen. So while that's going on in here, you can have your players mingling around, swapping from Xbox, going back and forth. So that works really well for a party. And again, it works really well for the Alternative Provision and the clubs, because you can have some kids that want to play on the Xbox. They've had enough downstairs and they need a break. They come up here, they can jump on an Xbox, they can jump in the VR together. So it's teamwork, group work. It's really good for social skills, but it still really works great with kids with ADHD and autism, because they're still in their own virtual world. So we find that really helps, and we find kids that really find it enables them to enjoy a group activity, which they would normally find overwhelming. So this is a space. It's still, what are we now? I think we're about 8 weeks since we first opened, and about 12 weeks since we signed the paperwork for the premise. So it's still really early days, our first quarter, I suppose, but in our first, we've done all right. So far, everybody loves it. And we're just going to keep on working on awesome stuff for downstairs, finishing off some painting and decorating and theming, and make the space even more amazing. Now, one thing I will mention, this space can be used for our traditional gaming. 6 players, each in a zone of their own, spread out, can play the zombie games, the escape rooms that you would associate with a traditional VR arcade or any other player-ready venue. We do encourage people, if they ask, to try Hero Zone, because it is so immersive and so new that people don't always get jumped to it straight away. But we can still do the traditional games. We use the same headsets, so we're using the Pico 4s, and we use Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi streams the game content from a PC, which is downstairs in the server rack, allowing us to access all the Steam and normal content that we would use. So we can still do the RV escape rooms and the Ubisoft escape rooms. So don't think we've moved away too much from the traditional stuff, but this venue is a little bit more focused on parties where group experiences work better, and the alternative provision, where kids aren't accessing mainstream school full time, maybe home educated, could come in for 1, 2, maybe even 3 sessions a week, and spend time with the mentors, learning some tech skills. So that could be coding, game design, a little bit of video editing, dabbling in stuff they like, and we will work with them to develop their own skills. So even if we don't have a particular skill that they really want to do, we'll learn it with them. You know, we are open and flexible. So this is the player ready space for Exeter. And yeah, we have space on our old provisions now. We have some schools using us on a regular basis to bring entire classes. We're willing to work with other education providers to make this space something that their groups can come in, can use the VR to do geography, history, science lessons. It really is an amazing tool for education. But if you want to join our clubs, we have some space on the Saturday afternoon club. The morning, I think, is full. The Sunday morning may have a couple of spaces left, and some of the weekday classes have some spaces left. They are the mainstream, centre-friendly, but mainstream clubs, which are for 7 to 16, 17-year-olds. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you.